I'm Ritvika Gupta and welcome to our special series Talking Tech with Fujitsu Limited, partnered by Times Network. An interconnected world requires ideas that work for everyone. A world where people, processes, and data are intelligently linked. But is technology the answer to a sustainable and a happier world? Well, today, we're going to put the spotlight on Fujitsu Limited, a global leader in business solutions and technology that aims to transform the world into a place where people can lead their lives, enjoy prosperity, and peace of mind. To understand how Fujitsu Limited is setting boundaries for cutting-edge technologies, I'm in conversation today with Vivek Mahajan, Chief Technology Officer, Fujitsu Limited. Thank you, Vivek, for joining us today.
Thank you.
In a world that's so transient. What do you think has really changed as far as technology is concerned? And we hear about digital transformation. Is it really the future?
First of all, a couple of things have changed, especially in last 2.5 years. I think COVID has brought a change that people had not foreseen before. I mean, you look at banks, not just in India, but worldwide, offering digital technology, everybody working over the phone. People used to go to tellers, even branches, but they don't. I mean, it's just with COVID, it makes a rapid change.
Tell us, how does Fujitsu view technology, and run us through your global tech strategy and some of the verticals that you're focusing on.
So Fujitsu views itself as I mentioned at the very beginning, a solutions company with technology at the heart of it. So that is Fujitsu. And technology plays a critical role in what we do today, and will play an even more important role in what we do in the future.
At this point, I want to bring the focus back to you. I want to talk about your role, and how do you think the role of the CTO has been redefined over the last 5-7 years?
I think given, I'll take you back to your first question where you asked me, well, what about technology, right? So given that technology plays such a vital role in the future of society, future of mankind, and you think about how much technology you use today versus you used 5 years ago. And I think it'll go, exponentially over the next 5 years or 10 years. So what should a company focus on in terms of technology? What should they build? What should they buy? Where should they partner? That's what a CTO needs to decide. Where should they invest their research on?
So Fujitsu has a global presence. I'm curious to understand, when you go to different markets, what are the different questions that you get asked? And also, do you see a difference in the amount of digital gap between different countries?
Obviously, Fujitsu has a global presence. I mean, we call ourselves a global company with headquarters in Japan. And I would say 30 to 40% of our workforce sits outside Japan, if not more. What's an issue, for example, in North America is very different than in UK versus, what is the difference? The quantum maturity is different versus what you get on traditional computing. I see the digital divide there. There are countries that have really progressed. I think India's made a huge progress in the digital divide over the last 10 years. But there are countries that are still waiting to catch up.
2022 also marks 70 years of diplomatic relations between Japan and India. Japan has been one of the most important economic partners for India. So how do you think Fujitsu can play a role in really strengthening this relationship?
As you rightly point out, it is 70 years of Japan-India relationship. I attended a function hosted by the Indian ambassador in Japan, and I was surprised at the number of senior executives from so many Japanese corporations there. The reason why I was surprised was because the interest in taking this relationship further is very, very strong, right? And the opportunity both, I think they are natural partners. Japan is very strong in technology. It's a very quality conscious market.
What do you think are some of the main problems in technology today?
Data security is obviously become a big problem, right? Internet, when you talk about metaverse, are you comfortable with your private data?
Yeah.
Right? And how do you, I guess, take it to the next level? 1 + 1 is not always 2. It could be 1.5 or 3. So, and how do you make that, combine that with technologies? I think that's going to be.
And is there any one trend that you are absolutely excited about in the next few years?
All the 5 technologies honestly excite me because there's growth and there's constant innovation there. But I think when you take computing, and the changes it's going to go through, because you're getting into some very difficult problems to solve now.
Now, before I let you go, tell us, what can we expect from Fujitsu as a company in the next few years?
Well, I think Fujitsu is obviously, as we said, innovation and sustainable development, and you can expect us to take that beyond words into whatever we focus on. We will be at the leading edge, and lastly, global. We'll be very global in our outlook. It'll create wonderful opportunities for people. To every one of your viewers, think about Fujitsu.
Great. All the very best, and thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
With that, it's a wrap on our special series, Talking Tech with Fujitsu Limited, partnered by Times Network. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. Thank you and goodbye.